So, happy Memorial Day. I was out in the garden and planting some snapdragons in the front. So I got snapdragons here. Add some color. I mean, it's so green. I mean, those guys only flower in the spring. Oops. Pink flowers, and those should be an assortment of colors. So, and I got one next to the hydrangea. Now, I don't like this hydrangea. It keeps dying in the heat, but my wife had a good idea. She says, what if we plant some snapdragons next to it to give it some shade, and maybe it'll turn around this summer, because once it hits 90 plus, dead. I don't know. It can't handle it. So, anyway, I give you a little garden tour again. May 26th, 2025. Here are the feijoas. They haven't flowered again, so I think they're just still establishing themselves. Next year, I'm going to hit them with some bloom encouragement, a little more higher P and K rating fertilizer, see what that does. These guys, the original blueberries, are barely hanging on to life, but you know, if they make it, they make it. If they don't, I really don't care. Big change here. There was a huge problem with these strawberries. They created such a dense growth pattern, and the canopy was so dense that the strawberries would, obviously ripen and go to the bottom of the to the floor, and they would just turn into fungus. And the fungus would eat them. The microclimate inside was breeding all types of flies and bugs, and it was just destroying our crop. So we were only able to harvest 4 pounds of strawberries this spring because there was no airflow. So what I decided was, you know what, screw that. I'm going to create an airflow path. Plus, it creates runners. I got rid of all the runners that I found so far, but it creates runners, and I couldn't track the runners because the canopy was so dense. So it was creating more replicas, and it was just getting denser and denser. These things, like I said, are super aggressive. So what I'm going to do this year is I'm going to create the path in the middle, keep it as clear as possible this year, and then I'm going to create a mound right here, right in the middle, and then I'm going to alternate when I'm going to have the strawberries on the side or when I'm going to have them on the mound every other year. So, I can always have fresh strawberries and fresh plants growing. So I think that's the best way to go. 1 year will be the mound, 2 years will be a mound, and another 2 years will be the sides, and then flip-flop. So that's my plan for that. There are the asparagus. Let me shut this door. The zucchini are doing okay. Again, we're not having many pollinators for some reason, so I've been hand pollinating the best I can. This one, I think I over trimmed, and it stopped pushing out female zucchini flowers. This one's doing very well, and I pollinated one back there, so that one's working. And hopefully I pollinate this one, so maybe we'll get 2 out of that. And plus, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more female flowers. Japanese beetles are starting to kick up, so I got to start putting traps out for them. Here are the carrots. They could be pulled at any point now. At this time, we just got to come up with some recipes for carrots. I got a yellow zucchini ready to rock. I believe I pollinated that puppy right there. That one looks like it's pollinated. And it's got 2 more. I don't know if this one made it. I'm pretty sure I pollinated that one too. The lettuce, we're going to harvest as much as we can, and then we're going to probably let this thing go by like June, July-ish. I planted the peppers, so this is the Carmen red peppers. Only 2 really made it because I'm a goon, and these are the first ones I tried to up pot when they were seedlings, and I was too early and lost pretty much most of them. So I added seeds here since the soil temperature is 70 degrees and above during the day. So hopefully they'll germinate by the end of June, and we should have another harvest of those red Carmen peppers September-ish, I believe. These are the banana peppers right here, and here are the green colossal peppers. The cucumbers have just grown exponentially. I've been hand pollinating. Oh, can't talk today. These as well, the best I can, and Only one bumblebee really comes around right now, so hopefully he's doing his job, but I'm going to help him out a little bit. Have seen some cucumber beetles, but they haven't been a really big problem right now. Yeah, we got like little baby cucumbers that I'm trying to hand pollinate, trying to get them started. Another one here. But yeah, my dill is starting to die off a little bit. I'm really hoping that I can get some of these things to really turn into it. I got one definitely hand pollinated, and it's starting to turn into a really good cucumber. The tomatoes are doing well. I think I had a couple videos on the tomatoes. I had to really cut back a bunch of the branches because they just were yellowing out, and I refertilized them again because it looks like they just need a boost. It's kind of very light green, and I'm trying to get them a little greener, a little more healthy. Scallions are just crazy. We're gonna start pulling a bunch today and make some tacos, some quesadillas. Here are the asparagus again, doing well. Again, they're just gonna do this for like a couple of years, and then after that I can really start getting into them and start harvesting them. I think that's pretty much it for the garden. You guys seen some other things out there. The blackberries are starting to turn now. They're starting to turn red. So hopefully they will turn over and become blackberries real soon. Here's a good bunch. These are the Osage that started flowering early. I am noticing some anthracnose still being residual, and here's an idea of what anthracnose does. It only allows a few of the pieces of the berry to form, and you get kind of weird formations. It's perfectly safe to eat them. They just look weird. Very weird. So I need to spray these down again with some liquid copper, but I'm gonna let these guys just fruit, and I'll make all types of jams and jellies that I can. And then after that, I will, do my thing. Here are the Primark Freedom blackberries, this one and that one. Now, the tale of two blackberries again. This one has decided to grow 6 feet tall, and this one has decided to stunt itself yet again. It's now again creating flowers on some of these new canes that are growing. Other canes are, growing pretty tall. So I think this one will be about 6 feet, and this one will probably be about 6 feet, but the other ones will shorten out, and we have one blackberry. Now, what I like about the Primark Freedom blackberries is, look at my thumb. They make huge blackberries, and on the first year. This one's still not really turning. I think it's starting to turn now. There it is, starting to turn a little pink, but this one can be picked in a couple days. But yeah, tremendous blackberries. It's like twice the size of those. So when we move this over and move the fence over, I'm gonna put these one on that side because I'll have a good space for there, and probably one over here, and then I'll have an assortment of blackberries, the herb garden, and the tomatoes over here. The up there, this was the Ann yellow raspberries are doing well. That one, the third one, just stopped growing, and then the growth died. I cut the main stem. It's been in there for at least a couple months. It's got an established root system, so I'm thinking that it just needed a little more encouragement to kind of shoot up some canes. So I did that. Here are the, oh boy, I've been working too much. I'm starting to lose track of what the hell I planted here. Pink lemonade blueberries. Yes. They still haven't turned any colors that I can tell. Yeah. So I think they take a while to turn and ripen their crop. Not much. I got like 5 or 6 berries on each one. No big deal. This is the Tiger Panache, Chicago Hardy, Smith, and this one is the Green Niskia. And they're all doing so much better than I put them on a better water schedule. Look at the Smith. It's starting to bud out all types of starting leaves. So it just needed more water. I just wasn't paying attention to that. The Awari Satsuma Mandarin Orange tree is doing great. It's busting out brand new leaves and brand new branches. So it's really starting to come along. So I'm really happy with that. The Basilica fig tree is just blowing up with figs. Look, you can see all that. This thing is just massive. It's got a whole new branch. It's growing out, all types of stuff. It's got a sucker coming out over here. This here is the LSU champagne. Very vigorous. It's growing up very well. I don't think I'll get any fruit off this because the stem is very thin, but who knows. And the Galicia Negra has finally decided to continue to grow. I didn't think this thing was going to have a chance. It has now surprised me. Again, putting this thing on a regular water schedule has done wonders for it. This is the Premier blueberry. I picked all the blueberries. It seemed like it was struggling a little bit. I wanted to focus on growing, and that's what it's been doing now. As you can see, a whole bunch of new branches and leaves are growing on this thing, so it's looking a lot more healthier. I mean, this thing over here is just busted out, so that's awesome. This is the Brightwell blueberries, and they are doing great. Oh, I think one of the birds snatched a few bastards. We got some blueberries that can be picked today that we can try them out. Again, I got this with already berries on it, so I can't really tout that. And this is the Olympian fig tree, which has been absolutely phenomenal. It's really just blowing up with all types of growth. What I've decided as I'm measuring things out, I can effectively put 2 more fig trees here. So I was seeing how that one looked, and I can put another one right about there. And that'll be exactly 4.5 feet off the line of the property line. So I think that'd be perfectly fine to put there for any issues with root systems in the neighbor's lawn and everything like that. They shallow root system to begin with, so I think we'll be okay. And the red raspberries, the Latham and the Caroline in the middle, they're both on floor canes that came with the plant. They're now producing, I don't know if you can see, they're producing flowers. There's the Caroline, and if you can see those little nubbins right there, that is the Latham. I'm going to let them flower and bear fruit, and I want to try them out. And then this of the Caroline major stem died. I cut it, and it's actually already have another cane popping up. So yeah, we are doing a lot around here. So I gotta cut this lawn, like, for sure. We got a little hangout section now. I'm gonna think about putting a hot tub here. Get this all patioed out. Maybe a brick patio. And then the potatoes are potatoing. I gotta fertilize them again. Yeah, a lot going on. A lot of good stuff. So yeah, 2 more there for next year. We pushed that over about 5.5 feet. Put another one there. So I'm thinking LSU Tiger, Green Esquia. We have the Basilica Sica. I'm going to put a Smith and then the Olympian right next to it. And then up here, I got a couple of new ones I want to put up there. I think LSU Champagne will go up there, and something else, maybe Col de Dame Grease fig tree, and then a cherry tree. And then I'll put a bricked out hangout area over here with a fire pit, and then maybe a peach tree, and then an arbor right here. And again, this is going to be moved over. An arbor here with the grapes that go over it. So you walk in through the arbor, go past the peach tree, go past the raspberries, you hang out, raspberries, figs, and cherry tree. Man, this thing's going to be ballin'. Straight gangster. Is that gangster? I don't know. Today it is. It's going to be really awesome. And then we can do something about that. Make that look prettier. Because right now I'm just keeping the bunny rabbits out. All right, signing off.